Hey guys, here at the Colosseum to talk to you about a very big problem. Why are your Colosseum tours and tickets being canceled? So many of you have been sending me messages that you're super frustrated because your Colosseum tickets or tours are being canceled and you're wondering what is going on, who is responsible, and what can you do about it? This is happening to some extent at the Vatican, but more often it's happening with Colosseum tickets and tours. I'm here to explain to you the procedure for booking tickets and tours of the Colosseum and what you can do if your tour or ticket to the Colosseum gets canceled. I've talked about this in other videos, so I'm not going to go over it in too much detail, but there are basically three kinds of Colosseum tickets that you can purchase. The first is a standard entry ticket where you can go inside the Colosseum and visit the main two tiers. The second type of ticket is called the full experience ticket, and this is where you can visit either the underground plus the arena or just the arena. And the third type of ticket is the night visit. As you probably can imagine, the most popular tickets for the Colosseum are for visiting it at night and visiting the underground. And of course, these are the tickets with the least amount of availability. The underground of the Colosseum, also known as the Hypogeum, does not have nearly the same capacity as the main areas of the Colosseum itself. So at any given time, they allow 3,000 people inside the main areas of the Colosseum. But the underground has a much smaller space in terms of how many people can be down there at once, so there really just are not that many spots available for visiting the underground. The night visit also does not have a lot of spots available on any given day that they run the tour, because the tour also includes the underground and it also is sold as a small group tour, and it's very exclusive. It's a really beautiful thing to do, but if you do it, you'll see that there are maybe two groups in there of about 20 people each at a time. They might run a few of these every night, but that's still a very small capacity in terms of being able to sell the night tour and having all the people who want it being able to find availability. All right, first from a consumer side, this is what happens. You want to book tickets to the Colosseum, and tickets to the Colosseum can be purchased on the official website, which currently is CoopCulture.it. The reason I say currently is because they actually do not have a contract in this moment, and there was a contest and another company won, and supposedly they're supposed to take over ticketing, but it hasn't happened yet, and CoopCulture is probably going to be appealing it. So for the foreseeable future, we are dealing with the ticketing procedures with CoopCulture. CoopCulture releases availability for the Colosseum 30 days in advance. So if you're looking for tickets that are more than 30 days from when you want them, you will simply see white spaces on the calendar. If you are looking for tickets within the next 30 days of when you are coming, you will see probably mostly pink spaces, because that shows that the tickets could be available, but they're not. If you see a calendar day that's green, you are good to go. There is availability. Click that and book the ticket that you want. So why can't you find availability on CoopCulture? Why is there almost never any availability, even for the regular visits of the Colosseum, the most common kind, the kind that should be the most available? It's supply and demand. There are just so many tickets to go around on any given day, even for the main parts of the Colosseum, and demand has skyrocketed. Rome is packed. Yes, Rome is very, very crowded. You've all noticed this. Some of you are complaining about it. It's just the way it is. Rome has always been a very popular tourist destination, and since post-COVID lockdowns, we have just seen a huge boom here. 2022 set some records, 2023 is breaking those records, and we are on track for the same in 2024, and you might already know that 2025 is when we are going to have the Catholic Jubilee here in Rome, so that is going to be another very, very busy year. So if you can't find availability on CoopCulture, the next best thing is to book through a reseller. I am not here to debate the merits of why there are resellers and why they get access to so many tickets. I'm just here to tell you that if you want your tickets and you can't find them on CoopCulture, you might have a better time finding them on a reseller. So there are some well-known resellers, Viator, Get Your Guide, and Tickets. Tickets is an authorized reseller, and I have partnered with them, so my viewers get a 5% discount on anything you book through Tickets when you use the link below and the code that I've provided. You may notice, however, that if you go to any reseller site, you cannot find just tickets to the special visits like the night visit or the underground. You can only find tours. So while there is a small markup to buy regular entry tickets when you book through a reseller, if you're looking for the underground tickets, which cost 22 euros plus 2 euros booking fee, so 24 euros, you will not find anything close to that on a reseller, because the only thing you can find through a reseller for the underground or night visits are tours, which cost considerably more. Guys, if you are enjoying this video, would you please go ahead and hit that like button below? Apparently it really helps with the algorithm and I would really appreciate it. Thanks so much. So speaking of tours, how do you book tours? The first kind of tour that you can book is through CoopCulture. They do sell tours of just the Colosseum. You can book a tour of the regular levels. You can also book a tour of the underground. It comes with a person who accompanies you regardless, but you can also book a tour which is called didactic visit. And the night visit is always as a tour. You cannot just go wander around the Colosseum on your own at night. Those are the best tours if you are looking for the most basic tour and spending the least amount of time and money. A more complete tour, which would include the Roman Forum and the Palatine Hill, is something that you would book through an outside tour company. So let's talk for a minute about Viator and Get Your Guide. Viator and Get Your Guide are not tour companies. They are tour umbrellas. So if you're familiar with TripAdvisor, for example, or Booking.com or Expedia, these are all umbrellas. These are all online tour agencies. You'll notice when you go onto any of these sites, Viator, Tickets, Get Your Guide, etc., that they sell many, many tours of the same thing. So Colosseum Underground, there'll be 5 different tours of that. Regular Colosseum tickets, there'll be 20 of those. And already this leads to a lot of confusion, I know, because people want to know who's the best tour company, which is the best tour. You know, I have taken so many tours of the Vatican, the Colosseum, I've lost count, and I've had so many amazing guides. And I'm here to tell you, it does not matter which tour company you book with. The tour companies are hiring guides, they are trying to hire good guides to give you an amazing experience. They want to stay in business, so they're looking for good guides. So your experience is going to depend on the person who is taking you around, and hopefully you're going to get a great guide. If you are looking to book a tour, my advice to you is to look for the kind of tour you really want, small group, whether it's in the morning, what it includes, and just go with that and not worry too much, because it is just going to depend on the guide that you get. Okay, you have booked tickets or a tour through CoopCulture. Are your tickets or tour going to get canceled? Very, very unlikely. This is because you've purchased tickets less than 30 days out. These are tickets direct from the source. They've put them aside for you and they're yours. But if you book through a reseller, Tickets, Get Your Guide, Viator, or specifically a tour company, you may find that your tour or ticket is canceled. Why? First of all, the farther out you book, the less likely it is that you're going to get the actual ticket that you want. These tour companies are all looking to provide you with a service, and they know that many people like to book things long in advance, and people are looking right now in summer to book for fall or even Christmas, and you're looking for these tours, you're finding them, and you're going, great, I'm going to book that tour. But the tickets have not been released, and what this means is that they are selling you futures. The tour companies, like airlines and cruise ships, they're basically trying to maximize their sales. Again, this is not a scam. They are hoping they will be able to honor their commitment to you by providing you with the tickets when the tickets become available and when the said tour company can get their hands on them. Normal times when Rome is not packed to the gills, mostly these tour companies are able to get the tickets that they need to fulfill all the commitments of all the tickets and tours that they've pre-sold for future dates. But as I said, Rome is unbelievably crowded. There is just so much demand and there is just not enough supply. So what happens? The tickets become available on CoopCulture. You, but also the tour agencies, go and try to get as many tickets as they can, because they are trying to resell them to their clients, and there are only so many to go around. What this means is that somebody is going to miss out, and it could very well be that that unlucky person is you. Now, I'm sounding a little bit alarmist in my video, but the reality is that most people who purchase tours and tickets are getting in to see the Colosseum. So this is not happening to a majority of the people, but it is happening enough that I wanted to make a video to address it. So I hope this doesn't freak you out or stress you out or make you worry that it's going to happen to you. I just want you to be prepared if it does. What happens? You get this email, we regret to inform you that your tour has been canceled. and you're kind of going, what? You know, I'm coming tomorrow. What am I supposed to do about this? If a tour company cannot fulfill its obligation to you, they are not able to get the tickets that they promised you, they are going to try to offer you the next best thing. So if you've booked an underground tour and it's not available, but they do have availability for the arena, they may offer you to take the arena tour instead, which is still a wonderful tour. If you book the arena or underground and they cannot get any of these available, they may offer you a regular Colosseum ticket instead, something like this. The absolute worst case scenario is they say, we literally have no tickets, nothing to offer you, we are refunding your money. So if they cancel on you and have nothing to offer you, they will just cancel and refund your money. If they offer you something else, a different time, a different date, a different tour, and you don't want it and just let them know, they will still refund you. If this given tour company doesn't have anything to offer you and fully refunds your money, or they offer you something that just doesn't work for you and you get your money back and you're sort of back to square one, what can you do? Start over. So go onto CoopCulture and see if by any miracle there are any tickets available. Of course, if you don't find tickets on CoopCulture, you can go onto the website where you originally booked. So if it was through a specific tour company and they don't have any other tours to offer you, look for a different tour company. If you book through an umbrella site like Viator or Get Your Guide, they may have a tour available through another company that they cover. So I would go onto one of these sites, put in your dates if it's tomorrow or it's imminent, and just see what you can find available for what you are looking for. As of mid-May of this year, 2023, you can now go down to the Colosseum ticket booth in front of the Colosseum and purchase tickets there. You can purchase standard entry Colosseum tickets, which are the same ones that you would find on CoopCulture. These are the 24-hour tickets that include the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill. I really don't recommend this. The lines are crazy long. You're going to spend a lot of your vacation time in line in the sun, and you may not even be able to get a ticket because they're only selling tickets, as many as are available for that day, and they may just not have any. For me, this is not the best use of your time on vacation, spending an hour or two in the hot sun waiting for tickets, but it is available to you if you do need this option. As you can see, I'm standing right here above the Colosseum, but you can also see that there are people milling around the Colosseum, and you can walk right up to it and see it from the outside. There's quite a lot to see from the outside. One reader told me that their tour was canceled at the Colosseum and they wound up going to the Capitoline Museums, which are up on Capitoline Hill. That is an amazing thing to do and a wonderful way to experience ancient Rome without the crowds. And I've done a video for you about that as well. There are other sites in Rome that are incredible that you can visit that really showcase ancient Rome, the architecture, the grandeur, that are not the Colosseum, do not have the stress or the crowds of the Colosseum. If you cannot find the tickets to the Colosseum that you really want, or you just can't find anything that works with your schedule, but you still want to see it and you want to see ancient Rome, you can buy the Roman Forum Super Pass. With your Roman Forum Super Pass, you have 24 hours to visit the Roman Forum and the Palatine Hill and all the super sites on the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill. I did a video about this, you can check that out. You get access to those sites as well when you book the full experience ticket. You also get access to the Roman Forum, Palatine Hill, not the super sites, when you book a regular ticket. But what I'm talking about is a very specific ticket that is just the Roman Forum, Palatine Hill. Is good for one day, there's no re-entry, and you can go in and visit all of these sites and really see the origins of ancient Rome. There is just so much to see on the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill in terms of Roman architecture, Roman history, and there is a very special place where you can go in the Roman Forum and get the best view of the Colosseum. And that could be maybe some solace for not going inside of that monument. You guys, I get it. You came to Rome. The Colosseum is the most iconic monument that we have in Rome. Of course you want to see it. So try to get your tickets, do the best you can. Hope that you don't get a cancellation. If you do, try to book through another site, try to find tickets another way. And if you absolutely cannot get these tickets, come down here and enjoy the Colosseum, walk around it, book a visit to the Roman Forum, Palatine Hill, which, by the way, are not timed. You can buy them on the same day, you can buy them here on site, you can buy them online and use them within 30 days of the date you purchase it. There is no re-entry, but you can book them 20 days in advance, and when you go inside, you've activated your ticket and you can just stay inside all day. Bring a snack. You guys, I see this question all the time, especially on my Facebook group, the Romewise Facebook group. Who canceled on you? Who was the tour company? What rotten person did this to you? Let's go tar and feather them. it's none of their fault. Sure, people can share with you that Viator canceled your tour. Viator didn't cancel it. It's CoopCulture that didn't have enough tickets available for the tour company that you booked with through Viator to be able to fulfill their commitment to you, and Viator had to send you that email. So they are just doing what they have to do because the tour company let them know they do not have the tickets available. All of these companies are reliable. They are all legit. They are all have been around for a long time. They do good work. They are just trying to deal with a very difficult situation, and you've just got to be patient and try to understand that it's something of a lottery. And for more tips about visiting the Colosseum, the Roman Forum, and the Palatine Hill, check out my playlist right here.